Yo, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Anyway, welcome back to the video, guys. We're going to be doing a top 10 countdown for Origins and the best moments from Dynasty Warriors Origins, in my opinion. These are the moments I thought that stuck out the most, or just were more sentimental, or just really cool to watch. Origins did a lot of things correctly, and I think some of these moments were done very, very well. So with that being said, we got two honorable mentions to jump into, and then we have the actual list. Starting off with honorable mention number 1, we have...
This is just like the first time we met. You had nothing then. You were nothing.
So Zhang Fei showing up at Horong Path and having that callback to the original duel, and just having that moment with him, I thought was really, really cool. One of those moments I always thought was just interesting to watch, and they have that relationship, and it'd be nice if the main character had a moment with him, maybe a flashback or something like where he talks back to him.
Respond! Say something!
Moving into the second honorable mention, we have... I liked a lot of the moments that Juha would give Ziluan. So a lot of the, not even just that one, but there's one, I think during chapter 2, he's with the, Cao Cao and Xiahou Dun and all of them, and they just escape. He's sleeping, and he can hear Juha, go Ziluan. I've always liked those moments.
Run! Go, Ziluan.
Because it has that flashbacky kind of feel that I've always enjoy watching. So Juha providing that was really cool, and then her death scene on top of that was really nice. It was really nice. I like the moment there. Again, it would be nice to see if Ziluan can actually speak and say something, but in terms of the actual scene itself, I think it was a great moment for Dynasty Warriors Origins. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump to the top 10 best moments from Dynasty Warriors Origins. Let me know what you guys think about my list down below. Let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off at number 10, we've got a doozy here. And when it first happened, I enjoyed it. It was very cinematic. It was nice. We actually see pieces of it early on for a certain character. Coming at number 10, we have... So the arrival of Sun Ce, Zhou Yu, and Sun Changjiang when Sun Jiang gets surrounded at the battle of, it's not Shangyang, I forget the name of the battle, but it's the Xinye map. Everybody's running in doing their thing. Where's Sun Quan at, man? Damn, they just left him out, huh? But regardless, it's really cool, Sun Ce throwing hands, doing his thing, Zhou Yu breaking the arrow, Sun Changjiang running in as well, and it's a very good moment for these characters that are being introduced. They look great in the cutscene, and Sun Jian, even though he looks a little older in the whole game, he looked good in this one as well. And that's going to be all I have here for number 10. Next up, coming in at number 9, this character, this dude got all the aura in his quote-unquote arrival scene. And coming in at number 9, we have...
Then let us all advance and witness a new era of peace.
Zhang Jiao is just a different breed now in this game. You can take him seriously now. You can absolutely take him serious, because even, let's say you play one of the old Dynasty Warriors games for the first time, any of them, pick any one you want. The first time you see Zhang Jiao, you're not taking him seriously. In this game, the first time you see him, you're like, okay, dude's got a nice walk, dude's handsome, he's got broad shoulders, he's got that leader presence about him that's just someone you don't want to underestimate. And he's got a lot of interesting things about him, not only with how he looks, but his philosophy and things, and I can really respect it. And his arrival in Dynasty Warriors Origins, when he's on top of that cliff, you're learning to play the game and everything, he just looks really, really good. You kind of like, who is this guy? What's he about? He seems pretty legit and strong and charismatic, and he's got everything that he needs, and it's really shown well in that cutscene. Next up, coming in at number 8, this is one of my favorite dialogue sequences in the game, period, which is why he is here. It's one of my favorite moments. It just represents a lot for the character, and there's some underlying philosophical things that I love to hear as well. Coming at number 8, we have...
Wu Jia,
Yes?
you're flustered.
human life is short. So lose yourself to pleasure, share wine with friends, fall in love with beautiful things. Such is the life led by Guo Jia.
So the big lead up to this, the life of Guo Jia sentence is just an amazing moment. I love the way they're showcasing Guo Jia because it's just allowing us to understand Guo Jia's mindset of life is short. You should enjoy the things while you are still here and not take things so seriously. Yes, he takes it to an extreme degree sometimes, but you know, have that drink, get that last donut, have an extra cookie, get another slice of pizza. You know, you skipped a workout, it happens. But you don't need to beat yourself up off of this. I like the underlying positive self-talk that Guo Jia elicits in his cutscene. That is the underlying thing that I'm taking away from what he's saying, because we aren't perfect and we are only here for a short time. Enjoy yourself. You know, life is short, and Guo Jia realizing that because he's sick and he's gonna obviously pass away soon is all encompassed in this one scene, and that's what I love. I love to see that. I think Origins did this moment for him really well. Next up at number 7, we got a character accepting their death in the most menacing, aromatic way. Is that a word? I mean, he just accepts it in a way that's amazing and just so different than some of the other games. No groveling, no nothing, just acceptance. Coming in number 7, we have
I see.
So Dong Zhuo's death for me coming in number 7, not only is it beautiful and it looks really good cinematically, but just the way Dong Zhuo accepts his death. You know, he's got that smirk on his face while he's kind of trapped. He's gonna die, right? He understands what's going on, and it's just set up very perfectly. He has his poise, his composure. He's not shaken, he's not rattled, he's not, you know, whining and crying like we normally would see him in some of his older models. In this one, he just accepts his death. He says a simple couple words and he gets sliced up. I think Diao Chen looks great in this game. Lu Bu looking good. They have their moment as well, but it's mainly the death of Dong Zhuo that's taking the spot here at number 7. The whole cutscene is great, but his moment in the light, turning and saying, I see, he understands what's happening, and he just accepts it like a badass. See, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, snap. I actually first saw this cutscene when I was at the Koei Tecmo headquarters, and I saw how they killed Dong Zhuo, and I was like, oh, wow, I think people are really going to like that one. So for me, it's coming in at number 7. Go ahead and move on to number 6. There's one thing the games usually do right. It is the death scenes. Like the cinematic cutscenes are usually done really well in Dynasty Warriors. Even in Dynasty Warriors 9, they did really well. Coming in at number 6, we have
Turning back.
Alright, so we talked about Dong Zhuo's death. Now we gotta talk about Dian Wei's death. I love the little transition that they do with the zoom into the face, and then it transitions to a bloody marks and everything, and then they zoom out. I think that's one of the most creative transitions I've seen from the Dynasty Warriors series so far. But this one was very interesting because obviously we kind of know how Dian Wei's gonna go out. He doesn't get a big cinematic fight death. He does, you know, he's holding a couple people and throws them around and stuff. I love the beginning of it where, you know, Cao Cao is battered and bruised walking away from the castle. And then before, you know, the arrows hit and you have this great back shot with Dian Wei and all the arrows. And then as soon as it hits him, we have Cao Cao walking away and we can see in the background that the castle falls and everything. And it's just a beautiful cutscene rather than like an awesome cutscene, and that's why for me it's here at number 6. It just looks great. Dian Wei looks great in this moment, and the whole moment encompassing the sub. Cao Cao just saying we must continue moving forward, something to that effect, right? He's just walking away in that gloomy, dark, low light setting, and it's a beautiful scene. It's a very beautiful scene, and that's why it's here for me at number 6. All right, coming into the top 5, we are not leaving the gloomy, beautiful cutscenes just yet, but this one has a little more action involved in it, and that's going to be The defense on Shop P cutscene is beautiful. It's action-packed. It's we got moments between Guan Yu and Zheng Liao, and then Cao Cao appearing at the end. They have their little standoff. It is a beautiful and action-packed cutscene. I just love the way it's lit, the sunlight. You know, you got this mix between the light and the darkness and just showcasing what's happening here. I know Guan Yu has a certain feeling about what's happening. He doesn't want to do it, but he needs to stay alive for Liu Bei and his family and Zheng Fei and the promise and all that stuff. And Zheng Liao having to remind him. Guan Yu's fighting literally to his last breath. This dude's holding back Xu Huang and Xu Chu, and those are not easy people to just swipe off, and I can respect that. It's a beautiful, action-packed cutscene. It should be here at number 5 for me. I think Zheng Liao looks great in this as well. I mean, some really cool cinematic moments, and that's why it's here for me at number 5. Coming in at number 4, the cinema does not stop. As I pick for my list another introduction to a character, nothing like we've ever seen before, and it might be the best introduction to a character in the game, and that's going to be
Take this! Wait!
I mean, it's just an absolutely breathtaking, action-packed, beautiful-ass freaking cutscene. I mean, Diao Chan's appearance in this game, her introduction is absolutely amazing. It is, I mean, I don't know if it's been topped. I mean, this character being introduced the way she is in Origins was just freaking awesome. I loved it. You know, Ziluan runs in, they do some damage, some tag team work. I mean, it's just a plethora of beautifulness. And then, of course, Diao Chan herself looks absolutely stunning in the moonlight. And again, it has this ominous beginning. It's like you're in a mini movie, man. That's what I love about some of these cinematics, man. It takes me back to those Dynasty Warriors 6 cutscenes where you're just engrossed in the story. At least for me, you're engrossed in what's happening, and the way they set it up, the shots, the different angles, you know, different moves that Diao Chan's using during the scene. I mean, she does an aerial on one of them to kick them down. I mean, it's crazy. It was awesome. It was beautiful, and it encompasses so much good stuff in this one cutscene, and that's why it's here for me at number 4. All right, moving into the top 3 yet. Can you guess what's coming up next? We'll find out. Coming at number 3 for me might be a little bit surprising because you guys are probably thinking about something else. I just love and I keep saying it because I can't think of a better word for it, but the sentimentality of this moment between the main character and just the character in general. I love this moment for him when I first saw it, and that's why for me, coming at number 3, we have
Guardian of Peace, I'm glad you were the one sent to defeat me.
Zhang Jiao's final bond scene, alluding to the fact that you're talking to a ghost or his, you know, spirit, and I just thought that was amazing. It's like when in those movies where spirits have something that they have to do before they can be free, you know, and that's what it felt like for me with Zhang Jiao. He had to let Ziluan or us know that he's glad that it was us that stopped him, you know, and he's having those reminiscent moments and just that sentimental feeling that you can understand from a character's perspective of, did I go too far? Is he talking from a place of regret? Would he go back and change? And those moments are always tough because as people, I think we try to navigate our lives without doing things that cause regret for us. So when we see that in another person, we really feel that, because I think for most of us, and I could be wrong, but for most of us, I feel like we don't want to feel that. We don't want to have that, man, if I did things differently, would it have been better? And then just a cherry on top, Ziluan, we're listening to him. He has his last word or two. I forget what he says. You turn and he's gone. He wasn't, because we're surprised that he's even alive talking to us. But again, it's like that closure needed for the spirit in order for him to move on. And I just loved it. I absolutely loved it for Zhang Jiao's final bond scene. He has the best final bond scene, in my opinion, for the game, and that's why he's here at number 3 for me. All right, coming in at number 2, I mean, it wouldn't be a real best moments list without this being on the list somewhere. I'm sure you guys can know what I'm talking about without even me hinting at it. I don't gotta say what it's about. Let's just show it and talk about it. Coming in at number 2, we have I mean, come on, man. It's Lu Bu's death. And dude is freaking holding off 2 people with 1 arm. Like, absolutely insane. If there's one thing that the games usually do pretty right, it's the death of Lu Bu, for the most part. Like, his awesomeness is always action-packed, and the showcasing of his strength is always there. You got Zhang Fei and Xu Chu holding him down with chains. And dude is holding back 2 strong-ass characters with 1 arm. 1 freaking arm. And then it's so Lu Bu trademarked of him to throw his halberd, the only weapon of defense that he has left, in a rage at Liu Bei because he deemed Liu Bei the reason that, I guess, he got killed, right? All that anger, all that rage comes out. It's typical of Lu Bu fashion to throw away his weapon to try and, you know, make a stamp, make a mark on what's happening. And he ends up missing because Zhang Fei pulls him just slightly out the way, and Liu Bei just stands like a badass and moves on. I also like Chen Gong's moment in this one as well. He kind of just accepts his death, and he has that moment to himself, being so close, and you don't need to guide me to where I need to go, I know where I need to go, kind of thing, accepting the reality of what's happening to him. And I love that for him as well. He's just, again, like I talked about in some of my other videos, he went for it, he failed, but at least he can accept the choice that he made as a person. And the whole Lu Bu death scene was absolutely amazing, and that's why it's here for me at number 2. Coming in at number 1 for me, I feel like it is the 100% best cutscene in the game. I mean, you don't get more beautiful, action-packed, and just awesome than this cutscene right here. And that's why for me at number 1, we have
Apology! It flames on! The roar of ooze! Counterattack!
I mean, I think this is, and maybe it's because of the console and the current technology that we have, I think this is the best looking chibi fire attack I've ever seen in all the games. Like, most of the games are pretty action packed, like Huang Gai has some pretty legendary lines in most of them, but I mean, the ending shot of him yelling the counterattack, he's got a fire around him, the arrows coming in, that is a beautiful, beautiful ass shot. Absolutely gorgeous. And then everything leading up to it, we have the little sentimental moments between him and Zhou Yu. They're talking about how to go about implementing this fire attack to make it work. The beautiful transition of Huang Gai's face from where he's at into this bloody kind of look. And then he calls upon his people. He does his thing. He throws the freaking fire stick at the people. And it's just, I don't know, man. I think the fire looks so good in the game. It's just bright and beautiful and just a very epic moment for the series, for the game, and for the battle. They should have an epic moment like this. It's the Battle of Chirbi. It's one of the biggest, it is the biggest battle, in my opinion, from the Three Kingdoms. It is the biggest and probably the most important one, because without the Battle of Chirbi going the way it did, we wouldn't have Three Kingdoms. It would be Cao Cao's reign to unification, something like that, right? So it would be Cao Cao's ambition, right, instead of Nobunaga. Anyway, that's all I have for the video here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. My number 1 for me is Chirbi at the fire attack. There's a lot of good moments in Origins. A lot of the cutscenes and cinematics were done so well. I talk about it in my review. The presentation was just absolutely amazing. These, for me, were the best moments in the game. I loved these moments. When it came to the story, I think Origins did the story pretty well. A lot of content to sift through and to enjoy. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.